It looks like a crown to me, and so that represents royalty. I wonder if there's going to be more news on health to do with Charles or Camilla. I keep getting the man's digging and there's a book of the truth next to it. So book of truth always says to me that, this is the truth of what happened. So I feel like there's going to be a mass excavation and many bodies in unmarked graves. Thank you. Can you hear all the tapping? You're really going for it now, aren't you? Because I've acknowledged it. Yes, you are. Do you want to interact? Hello, my beautiful tribe. How are you doing? I hope I find you well. I hope I find you cool in this wonderful, extraordinary UK heat. Isn't it amazing how we get all excited when we get a bit of sun? For you in Australia and the US, I'm like, hang on a minute, and all the other beautiful countries that have got sun, we love it. We thrive on it. And to tell you how much I thrive on this is another story. You got a bit of my head cut off because I want to get as much of the precious in as possible. For those who are just watching me, welcome. Please subscribe and like so we can grow this wonderful channel. This is a crystal ball with many, many special qualities in it. And I love to get predictions from it for you, for humanity and the planet. But I call her my precious because she is my precious. So let's just get the right energy in. I've meditated before to link up the energies of the ball. So I've linked up to the ball. The ball is connected to source, and let's see what we get. Please let me know in the comments below what you see. I love it when you say, oh my goodness, I got the same as you. I saw this. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So sorry if I cut my head off while I'm going forward. I'm here. The ball is like the centre of attention. So let me just place it intuitively. Okay, there, brilliant. Straight away I'm seeing like a line of, do you know when you see like the line of a DNA strand? I feel like I need to hunker down. I can see a DNA strand and I feel that this is to do with, there's little cells floating around it. So I'm wondering if we get even more advancement in medical grounds concerning stem cell therapies and stem cell procedures that might be even more improved. I keep mentioning this. There is definitely technology or advancement in medical approaches, even more. I know that I've already predicted the cancer one, but it's just, there seems to be even more coming in. And, you know, we're in this age where I keep feeling like, you know, age-defining things. I'm not talking about products, but stuff that might prolong life, you know, that seems to be coming in. What is that there? So stem cells, there might be some more news coming out about even further stem cell technology. I'm seeing the can't even talk properly, get my teeth back in. I'm seeing the hugest angel looking down and I need to know what he's looking at. I feel he is it's Uriel, okay. So one of his main jobs is like a protector of the planet. He's very much in line with Archangel Ariel. And I've got that red sheen going through the wing structure. So that I definitely know that's Uriel now because I see him in a red ray. What are you looking down on? Okay. So the biggest spike at the moment has been the Israel-Iran. Whoa, I've got the most incredible buzzing and I feel like someone's touching the side of my face. It's huge. Let me know if there's any like weird stuff. It might be because I'm right next to the crystals now. I felt like I wanted them nearer to me. So that's why I've changed where they are. I can see more talks. I don't know if Trump is going to actually open talks with one of the leaders, There could be a leadership change with Israel or Iran as well. Don't know how that's going to come about. I don't feel this is going to escalate at the moment. I feel like it's more about talks, agreements, documents, contracts. That's what I can see around it. And I can't feel the fury of it getting worse and worse. Yeah. Also, I feel that as people flee into villages, and God, it's absolutely horrific. My prayers every night go out to everybody over the planet that's got fear and war in their lives, and they're having to flee. And this is progressing to the other spike of energy, which is immigrants. And this is any country. Throat chakra's going funny. I think there's going to be quite a lot of uprising to do with immigrants, or the treatment of them, or the allowance of having too many in a certain place. But I still feel this sense bubbling of civil uprise. But I can't nail a country, because I think it's going to happen in a lot, to be honest with you. People aren't happy, and there just feels this like revolutionary type, this revolution type energy going on, which will come up in a lot of countries. Yeah, that's still there. That's still resident in there. I can also see rainbows, prisms, and this is reminding me of water. So a lot of water energy going on, like floods, and I hope I'm not seeing a tsunami, but this is kind of, I had this before with water. There's still something more to be said about that. We could be experiencing record thunderstorms or storms coming in. There could even be like hurricanes coming in before their time, because it's normally towards September, isn't it, in most places that are subject to hurricanes. But it's like Florida, they kind of batten down the hatches because they know the time. But I'm wondering if they're going to come earlier. We may see signs of hurricanes in certain places earlier than they should. That's a bird there. Reminds me of a hummingbird. I don't know if there's going to be a protection order on hummingbirds, or there's something to do with protection orders with birds wherever they come from, whatever countries. I know they're in the Caribbean, but I can see a hummingbird, unless it is a totem that you may see it and think, wow, I'm connected to the tribe as well. Let me just check that. Unless they're turning up. Do you remember I said about sea animals not in the right place, and that's come to fruition, and then beaching and goodness knows what. I wonder if we're going to see them in different areas that they've never been in before. But I can see that happening with the species. Fishing rights. There's going to be some, this is potentially Europe, but there seems to be something that's going to upscale around fishing rights, because I can see someone fishing. And this is not a random stranger just having a fish. This feels like there may be fishing rights, or there's going to be something. I don't know. There could even be an argument about it, or it hits the news that there's issues to do with fishing territories. There could even be like a rescinding of overfishing. There's something to do with that, because I can clearly see that, and I'm getting the tingles. So I feel like that's going to be happening as well. Just show me where I need to go. Gold energy, perfect. A lot of you are going to be experiencing so much more celestial connection. So you're going to start seeing, again, I know I've mentioned this before, but more numerology, more feathers, more angel signs. Open yourself up to the angel realms, because they're very strong, and the valley's very thin at the moment. Any celestial connection is vast. It's getting huge, because our consciousness is lifting. And even with the sheeple on the planet, our consciousness as a collective, people meditating, people praying, people raising that vibration, we create our own new world, really. We're creating our own consciousness. I think people are waiting for someone to come out and go, right, you're all doing it now, but it's not. We're slowly getting there. And I feel like that gold sheen, that gold plateau going through the whole of the ball is all about the golden realms, which are the angel realms, touching you. Reach out to them, learn how to invoke them. I've got some very exciting news which I'll tell you about, which will help you even more with angels, but when it's all ready I'll let you know, because otherwise it'll be, when are they out, when are they out? That's Tinkerbell, but I feel it represents Disney, but it feels more like the 3D side of Disney. You know, all of the conspiracy theories, or the beliefs or the knowledge of what's going on around Disney in respect of the underground tunnels and things like that. I wonder if anything comes up connected to that, or there's another massive exposure of child trafficking that comes about, which will involve or influence an energy that exposes well-known people to do with that. So there may be something that highlights that. That feels very US based, because obviously I've just seen Tinkerbell. Either that or because I love her. I know the people that awake talk about Disney, but I can't help the fact that I adore Tinkerbell. My belief isn't Disney's great, but I do love Tinkerbell, and I have since a child, and I can't change that. What's that going across there? Going across the mind. It looks like a crown to me, and so that represents royalty. I wonder if there's going to be more news on health to do with Charles or Camilla, because that looks like a crown to me. I think we may get health news concerning the royals in the UK. Yeah, they've just shown me the balance of Israel and Iran. So I feel like that's just another backup to say at the moment, I think there's more talks and more leader discussion as opposed to more strikes. I wonder if Trump's going to go over there or initiate talks there. I just keep feeling him involved for some reason. I know that he did strikes because someone told me about that, but that's all I know. I don't even know where they landed or what it's about. You know me, I can't get involved in the semantics of what propaganda's on the media because I need to do it from source. Okay, what are you showing me? This person digging. And there's a book of truth. Now this is weird because as I see that, how they work is if they want to show me an image, they then show me a reference so I know where I'm going with it. Do you know what I mean? Visually in my third eye. And this feels like, from my police history, this feels like an excavation or a mass dig. And it's almost on the same theme as when I was talking about children. So I don't know if there's going to be loads of bodies found, like a lot. Do you know what it's reminding me of? Do you remember years ago, this is for like the UK, do you remember years ago when they said about the children's home and there was investigation into deaths or abuse of the children's home? I'm just wondering, that's really weird. I don't know if you just noticed that, but one of my lights has just dimmed on its own and I have to use a remote or go round and physically turn it down. Did you see that? Thank you, darlings. But don't make it dark, darlings. Nobody else to see, precious. But I wonder if there's like loads of bodies found where they shouldn't be. That's what I keep getting. The man's digging and there's a book of truth next to it. So book of truth always says to me that, this is the truth of what happened. So I feel like there's going to be a mass excavation and many bodies in unmarked graves found. But this doesn't feel like historically. You know, sometimes I say, you know, I'm going to dig up a prehistoric animal. So like, it feels more relevant. It feels more recent, like, you know, in the last 40, 50 years, I don't know, but it just feels like it's kind of our era. And I feel like the truth is going to come out when these bodies are found. Oh God, I always hope I'm wrong when I see things like this, but I have to go with what I'm being shown. There's a massive heart around that, so it's going to bring a lot of closure to people, or it's going to be leading to certain people being brought to justice over it that should have been brought to justice ages ago. What is that? I can hear that. I didn't see it. What did you just say? It's Catherine is in the house. I know that. There could also be a reform on child adoption, childcare, and something to do with children as well. It could be like England, Scotland, Wales. But they've just said that in my ear as opposed to me seeing it. So let's see what happens there. Please just let us get some justice if there's anything really bad that's happened. Just tell me when to stop. More news on Antarctica. I'm sure someone sent in something to say that they haven't they discovered a city or something under there recently? But there's still more to come of that, because I can see glaciers and ice and snow and all that. So that's going to continue. There's going to be more unveiled because of that. What? Why am I seeing the jet? I can see a jet now. Give us some good stuff. It's always gloom and doom. It's not gloom and doom, it's reality, but I think it's the stuff they highlight that's going to hit the news, you know. That looks, is it like a stealth jet? What is that all about? It's desert or dry territory. I can see it looks like a stealth jet, if they're, you know what I mean? God, I've just seen peace. I hope it's not, unless it's another place. Could be Gaza. I don't know if there's going to be, I hope there's not an airstrike there, or there's something to do with stealth or jets. And it's going to create ripple effect, and that's going to create another uprising. Or again, it could be, you know, drones or those large things that are in the wrong territory and they're found, or something like that. And it creates a reaction. Can't see if that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa or the Eiffel Tower. Which one? Italy, Leaning Tower of Pisa. Something to do with that area or the tower itself, unless they're going to re-strengthen it. Or I hope there's no terrorist news, because we're in that genre at the moment, aren't we? But I can see that. There's a Sphinx behind it as well. So I'm wondering if they find even more information, or they're working on it now, of what lies beneath and within the Sphinx that wasn't exposed until now. That's what that feels like. It feels like I feel like I'm in this genre of terrorism, war and exposure at the moment. I can see that. Which way? There. This looks like it's over Germany. I hope we haven't got any more of those drive-in situations, you know, where they're driving to crowds, because I've got an angel form looking over Germany. Also, is there anything happening with your Chancellor? Is there anything, I think he's a Chancellor there, isn't he? Is there anything changing there with leadership there in Germany? And do you know what? I'm going back to like the war era. So I don't know if there's going to be another, do you know, like they resurrect cases or address war crimes from people from the past. I just felt like the Nazi energy then. So there could be something surrounding that as well, you know. Or it could even be protected records or something that are then released or something like that. That's what I feel there, which again I think is going to bring a lot of closure. Yeah, I can see that storm thing again, like howls and hailstones and tornadoes and hurricanes just hitting earlier and becoming a lot more frequent. Unfortunately, that's Spain there, that's the ball, that's a Spanish ball. Oh, please let it be a complete ban on bullfighting, please. Please let there be something happening with that. It's the most barbaric thing that I can't believe hasn't been stopped. So there could be some upgrade on that. Ariel's definitely in the energy because there's pink going through the ball now. So that's mostly why we're starting on animals again. That looks like a wolf. This is really interesting because when I went up to see Darren one night, he was so excited because he was with my nan and granddad, my dad's mum and dad, and my nan was doing a tea leaf reading. I used to love them as a kid. And she showed me, there's a load of stuff, but she showed me a wolf, and a wolf in tea leaf means someone close by to you is an enemy, or they're not respecting you, or they're, you know, they're doing something wrong. It turned out it was right. So I want you to, there's Purple Jeremiah review. Yes. Oh my God, I'm loving it. So have a look at the people that are around you and in your tribe. I feel this is a message for the collective, for the tribe. I feel like you need to do a review on who's around you, because this time that we're raising up into this vibration, and we're all doing it, and everybody's getting some form of consciousness where they suddenly want to meditate more or learn more, read more, or be more attracted to certain spiritual creators on this channel, not this channel, but you know what I mean, YouTube. And as you rise, you may start seeing the intent of people around you. And I feel like what you want to do is have a good look who's around you, who is fulfilling you, who is bringing you up, but who is draining you and bringing you down. And it's tough because it could be people quite close to you. But if you're feeling that vibration, something's not right, can you trust your instincts on it? Because the number one thing that's coming up on top of our consciousness, you know, ever rising, is you'll start to be aware and see the truth of people and situations, because there's the Queen of Swords. She's a truth seeker and she just doesn't take any prisoners. She's focused on what she wants. Her mind is clear, her intellect is clear, and she's just going for it. And I feel like Some of you need to, you know, do an itinerary on who's around you and who needs to kind of take a step back in your priorities. As empaths, we always want to save, we always want to help people, but I think you've done enough of that. And if there's people that are just literally sucking you dry, like, you know, my friend Christiane who did Energy Vampires, you need to start breaking away and having a bit more of a boundary going on there. Okay. That looks like a farmer. So it's kind of like connected to the land. I think, again, I feel this is UK based. I feel like there's going to be more coming from the farming industry. Do you know what I kept saying? I keep seeing empty shelves. You know, don't panic buy, for goodness sake. But I don't know if it's to do with their payment, or they're struggling, or they're closing down their businesses, or they're not getting enough of their crop returns. But potentially there could be a shortness in wheat, barley, you know, kind of products that arable farms do or mixed farms do. So there could potentially be something coming up about that, because that's a man farming the land. It's a very old-fashioned image of a farmer, basically. It's typically a farmer with a plough. Obviously doesn't do that manually or with a horse anymore, thank goodness. But yeah, we potentially could see something around that as well. That is a dolphin. So do you remember when thank you. Do you remember when I said about me seeing dolphins? Obviously they're emanating the frequency from the old underwater cities, and I feel that I made that prediction, and that's come about. They've found an old civilization underwater, haven't they? And the frequency emitting from this is connecting and making even a higher sentience range for dolphins. So I think we're most probably going to see a lot more close encounters with dolphins, like reaching out and kind of blending with our energy as our consciousness rises, and the more that we become higher in our awareness, they're going to be attracted to that. So there could be lot more reports, or a lot more dolphins interacting with humans even more than ever. And I don't mean these disgusting places where they have them in pools and people grab hold of their fins and get carried along. Oh God. I really hope there is something that happens to end these circuses of keeping all of these beautiful sea creatures in captivity. I understand there are places that they do it for their protection, but we need to have a little look at that. And perhaps that could be coming up because it's coming to my mind. But releasing these poor animals from captivity is really quite crucial. I just can't believe that people pay money to watch them do tricks. And seals and God knows what. No. Yeah, I see it again. They're showing me like whales at the moment, and the Atlantic beyond it. I still stand by, there are still going to be other species coming in that we don't ordinarily have, like types of jellyfish that don't normally swim in our waters. Unusual fish. It's like, for instance, one of my memories of Spain is seeing the sunfish. And I don't think they swim in our waters, but I've got a feeling, we're going to start seeing really different species still happening. That's part of the seismic shift. It's part of the weather conditions. The temperatures of the seas are going to take us into an environment where we're going to start connecting with new species, just like I said with the hummingbird. That's going to continue. You're going to see like, wow, what is that doing here? It's interesting, so I think there's only 4 species in England that are stingable, the rest aren't. So don't damage our jellyfish. They've been here millions of years for a reason. What is that green? It's emerald. PRISM living is a concept that I came up with, or the angels did, to be fair, and the guides. It's a concept that came up when I was laying in bed for those 5 years. If you know my story, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. During that time, I was given so many tools to deal with everything that was going on, from dealing with crisis, dealing with depression, dealing with mental health, dealing with spiritual crisis. Everything that I thought I'd lost, they kind of brought it all back and some. And I decided after a while, do you know what? I need to share this with other people. This will give you the foundations for you to be on a spiritual path. It could take you to psychic development. It can take you to discovering your inner child and you. And lots of people say, I know who I am. Do you? Do you know what you want? Do you know why and how you're living the way you are? If you want to make those changes, this is definitely the course for you. You don't have to be psychic. You don't have to be spiritual. You literally have to have an open heart to be willing to say, I want to change. I want to see what this is all about, and go for it. There are so many brilliant exercises and great things to do to give you everything you need to get yourself on that spiritual world of abundance. You will attract new people in. You will attract new opportunities. You will learn how to manifest. You'll learn how the angels work with you. You'll start noticing the synchronicities and signs that come in the most miraculous ways. That looks like an... Is that our galactic friends? No, okay, I thought that was, okay, what's the green? Heart chakra, so what's that, please? Okay, there could potentially also be brand new procedures for heart operations and the heart, because I feel there's an advancement, and they've showed me like my technology symbol, which is a bit like a machine working, and I feel that potentially there's going to be something, a breakthrough to do with heart health or heart procedures. That'd be good, wouldn't it? And saying, look in. I'm looking in. God, I've seen a panda bear now. So that represents China. Thank you. I heard that. Thank you for acknowledging your presence. Can you show me any more? This could be with tariffs or trade routes being rescinded, or being balanced out. See, like export, import, balance, agreements. That's all I can say. I know what that is. It's UK leadership. Do you know what? I know I keep saying it and bringing it up. I can't see Starmer being here for long. I really can't. And I keep seeing Farage in my head. It's going to be high winds, Australia, the west coast. There seems to be high winds or storms coming in across there. So please be safe, please look out. But I feel that there's some windstorms or something going in there. That could potentially be what I was talking about earlier with like tornadoes, hurricanes or something like that. It's really strong winds. Thank you. Love it when they tap. Never happens when I'm not linked up. I love it. It's just little taps to let me know they're about. My dad used to do that when I was a kid. He used to say, well, it's me when I tap. He used to ding the strings on my brother's guitar for him, but it was always tapping for me because he used to tap. Darren used to do it as well, and he reminded me so much of my dad. And my mum used to go, will you stop tapping, Alan? It's funny what we remember, isn't it? And that's what we need to do, is cherish memories. Submarine, I can see a submarine. Potentially there could be, thank you. You can hear all the tapping. You're really going for it now, aren't you? Because I've acknowledged it. Yes, you are. Do you want to interact? And are you just doing it randomly? Stop since I talk to it. What's a submarine? There must be no... Did you hear that? Did you hear that big boom? Don't you love it? Just gets more and more, doesn't it? Let me know if there's any things flying around as well. There are no flies in here. So let me know if you see anything in the comments that is a bit weird, because sometimes we miss them, and it's great that you highlight them. We can create a short video to show you. What's going on with the submarine, please? Two things. One is conflict environment. So I think we're going to get news around a submarine that's either been involved in a confrontation, or there's some connection to do with that, to do with military. And then the other thing is they've shown me the yellow submarine, which is the Beatles. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some news concerning old records or old material that's been found, or there'll be a mass sale going out concerning, you know... Can you hear that? Hello? It's in the kitchen. Hiya. Love you being here. Love you being here. Yes, there may be news around that, or there's something to do with the Beatles. Just little things and big things. You know what they're like. They just bring up all sorts of stuff. I think they just look at the spikes of energy and what, you know, humans are interested in, and then obviously it will come up. It's like the Britney Spears thing I said about, but she was in the news for something to do with her son. So that could be why she just popped up. They just randomly pop this stuff up because they feel they know what's going to be communicated, perhaps through Gabriel, what's going to be communicated in our media. What's that there? So I can see, can you just clarify that for me, please? I can see two masses and three or four lines connecting to the two masses. What does that mean, please? Flights. Could be restrictions on certain flight paths. I don't know if they're saying Tunisia. God, it's hard when you've got the whole world to ask them about. I don't know what's going on with the Iran-Israel war, but I'm wondering if there will be... It's dragonfly just come past the window. Get in. I wonder if there's going... I don't feel it escalating and getting really horrific. But then saying that, there feels like there may be flights blocked that are around that area. And potentially there could be something in Egypt. Because again, it feels very deserty. Or Turkey, there's like flight restrictions or something going on. Where there could be cancelled flights, or, you know, they're stopped for a while, flight paths, because, it shows communication there, and connection, but then the streams are broken up. So I feel intuitively that may be what the situation is there, darlings. And now and then I feel we're going to get a couple more planes go down. Again, it's a seismic shift, and I predicted this and it happened. And I just feel like we may continue to get a couple more. But there is also a restriction because of confrontation or war environment. Right, okay. This is random. I've got like the reindeers with the sleigh, so Christmas time. What's happening here? I'm seeing some random stuff today. Christmas time, Christmas time. So many speaking in my head. Okay, so that might be the landmark. Thank you for acknowledging the taps. It might be a landmark time where it's like up until Christmas. You know, there's problems with flights and that. And I'm feeling there's finalisation around that. So perhaps then everything will calm down. Perhaps there's a certain thing that happens around Capricorn time that perhaps the air frequencies settle. So there's nothing else there. I've asked every single question I can around Christmas, and it feels it's connected to the answer of what I've just brought up. So I hope that does come into fruition. I know it's a long time for it to happen, but it feels like, I don't know about astrology, I don't know about planetary alignments, but perhaps there's something to do with the phases of the planets and the energy shifts and the air frequencies that settles this issue that we've been having at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, there potentially could be cancellations with the Turkey area, because that's around that area as well, Syria, places like that. I just think, thank you, that there's restrictions with flights or connection there. Show me where to go, please. Don't you just love my precious? I love my precious. Stop there. Capricorn energy. Can you hear it all? Am I missing something? Are you trying to get my attention for a reason? Is it just the energy you're creating and it's just bringing static in the air? Really hope you can hear that. Okay, as we were talking of Capricorn energy, December time. Tell me what's happening in December. I've missed something out, haven't I? What is it? Thank you. What is it to do with, please? What is it? Pentacles? Show me through Wands. Show me through Tarot, please. It's a pentacle. Okay, can you hear those voices mumbling, or is it just me clairaudiently? So we've had the lights turned down, we've got crackling in the air, we've got the taps in here, and I can hear a conversation going on. Perhaps it's just because they're present in the room. Okay, this is a don't panic moment. I don't know if there's going to be well, I do. I don't know why I say I don't know, but you know what I mean. There could potentially be a bit of a panic to do with money. Or shares might go down, or stocks, or whatever the word is for it, the economy. Which pretty much could hit everywhere. It could be a result of conflict, I don't know. But I keep seeing Christmas as Pentacles, so that means to me that there could be a big dip. And everybody's like, oh my God, because you know when people panic and think, oh, how are we going to do Christmas? Just don't. That's what I'd say. But anyway, I'm only saying that because Darren isn't here anymore. But he would want me to celebrate Christmas, so that's the most brilliant message for you all. So, thank you, whoever that is. You can come in and show yourself if you want to know who you are. Have you ever heard that much? This happened once when I was in... I was doing a dem. If anybody was there, let me know. I was doing a dem in my most favourite spiritualist centre, church, Light Upon the Hill in Dartford in Kent. And that crackling happened in the atmosphere. Everybody pooped their pants. I was excited. Everyone was like, oh! It's amazing. It was just crackling in the corner. It was amazing. I love that night. God, I miss doing them. So yes, so don't worry about the economy dipping. Don't start panicking. I feel like there's a rise because I'm seeing a pentacle around the Capricorn time. Okay, so don't panic. Don't do anything rash. Just let it do its thing. It will dip back up again. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bright yellow. This is Citrine. They're showing me in here now, and it's literally shining bright. That there's like a light behind it. This is for anybody that suffers with vitamin D deficiency, chronic fatigue, chronic illness, mental health, anything that's low. The citrine crystal is known as the sunstone, if you like. I've got one here actually. Let me show you, to show you my bingo ring as well at the same time. So that gives me that permanent frequency. So anybody that's looking for more energy, more upliftment, think of a citrine crystal. Also, I use every single morning, even if it's sunny outside, I use one of those sun frequency lamps. And where did I get that from? God, I can't remember now. And it just literally gives you the rays of the sun. It's perfectly safe, and I find that really helps. Everything, after everything I've been through, I feel inside absolutely brilliant, very positive mentally. It's just my body's let me down a bit. So perhaps have a look at those as well if you're struggling with what I've highlighted. But that citrine lamp, I've got that on all the time when I'm sitting in here, all the time. I adore it. I don't know if we've got any Citrine in our new shop. Coming soon. Can't tell you anymore. Just wait. They'll tell me off for even saying that. When we're ready, it will be coming. Yeah, Citrine. Is that right? Did I get that right? Gold as well now. They've changed it to gold. Gold reserves, gold going up. Yes, because it's rising from the earth. Thank you. So I don't know if they've gone down, the gold reserves or whatever have gone down, but again, they will go up. Again, not yet. I can feel that's going to go up. So anybody that's holding any shares in gold, lucky you, I would definitely not panic over that as well. Is that right? There could even be gold reserves or more gold found in a certain area. Don't know where. Let me try and say. We could discover more gold deposits in an area that's never been looked at before. God, I hope they don't blow it up to pieces. Do you get gold in... I suppose you get gold everywhere, don't you? Could it be Australia? I'm not sure. It's really hard. I'm so connected to Australia, America, Canada. We haven't spoke about. Is there anything going on in Canada? Cloudy skies. So I don't know if your new leadership has created issues or problems, or there's been things that have been changed that aren't great for you wonderful Canadians. This is a message of hold on. Okay, a minute, I've got the seraphim frequency here as well, so there's two things going on there. Hang on a minute, slow down, because you're talking about other places. I don't know what this means. It's like they're saying, hold on, because something's coming in to make changes. Please forgive me when I say this. I don't know how much hold America has over Canada or leadership change. Not like your Prime Minister or your President. I'm so sorry. I don't know the titles. Forgive me. It's like, hold on, something's coming in that's going to make everything a lot more positive. Okay, because the cloudy skies are parting to clear skies. And I keep seeing that with you, didn't I? Because I kept seeing blue skies. Just hold on and just watch this space, okay? The second thing is, what was the other thing you just showed me, please? Concerning Canada. Concerning the image you showed me with the cloudy skies, please. Yeah, there's something to do with, don't worry, someone's coming in, it's going to change. Minds will change or something like that. What was the other thing? Can't see what it is, so just let it go and let it carry on. You've got a celebration coming up to do with the maple or to do with your origins. Just saw that. What was the other thing you just said? They suddenly gave me a load of information and... So it's to do with weather then. Weather front's coming in. Yes. It's more to the west. Is that right? Yes. God, I wonder if there is something blowing across from the east that's going to affect as we go across to the west. Because I just keep seeing wind formations and turbulence. And it's to do with the skies because they're not changing the image of the clouds. So it was kind of like an analogy or imagery to represent things are going to clear. But there's also a feeling of this like turbulence thing going on. My house is alive today. Can you hear that big boom again? Nothing's open. There's no wind or anything. I don't know. What was the seraphim frequency, please? Can you hear someone out there? Like shuffling around or something. Right, that louder sound is the train. The steam train that goes past by the beach. That's that. Just see if I can hear it again afterwards. What does that mean? Oh, it's like blood. What is this? So who's going to get shot? Who's going to get shot, please? Is that a God? Yeah, I know it's going to be someone well known. Who is it? Sorry, I didn't mean that rudely. Do you know, why do we think, you know, it's awful that soldiers get shot, but it's like, oh yeah, they got shot. But if it's anybody else, it's massive, but it should be massive for soldiers as well. But I wonder if this is a police officer or an official, like perhaps protecting a leader or Secret Service, something like that may come up because it feels uniform based, or someone that's in a capacity for protection. Just check that's right, please. Mind you, that red is now turned into a koi carp. And that's Japan, isn't it? So I'm not sure on that, where it is, but let's see if that comes up in the news, darlings. I really hope I'm wrong. Yeah, just stop me when you need me to. Is that the group conscious? Okay. Yep. Okay, potentially some of you may see over the planet arcs. Like they're a weird anomaly, like a light arc or something like that. because I can see it here and they're showing that's in the sky. This is just another acknowledgement of consciousness, frequency, amassing. God, send me your pictures if you find it and see it. And this is reminding us that they are there, all of the different types of consciousness, source, everything's there. And there'll be reminders of this celestially. And it's reminding us when you see this, it could be silver, gold, I don't know. It could even be like a halo, an unusual halo around the sun or the moon, which is separate from it. Or it could indeed just be, boom, it's in the sky and you've got a photo of it. But these arcs that are appearing, or arches that are appearing, are manifestations of consciousness creating matter. And it's reminding us to not be... Thank you. That's why the dragonfly went past. I got it. I get it now. Dragonfly not only represents transformation and is obviously a spirit totem in its own right. It also represents not getting disillusioned by what is in front of you in this matrix, in this earth frequency we find ourselves in. And so this is an angelic type address, seraphim address, that you cannot allow yourselves to be taken in or down by propaganda, by media. Don't get fearful. And this is what I've told you, I'm going to do this as soon as I catch up, because G-Stick and MBS has just put everything back and me recovering from it. But I will be doing a collective consciousness where we all go and send healing and light to wherever they direct us in a live. Okay, I will be doing that. I've just got to schedule it in. And so this is what it's a reminder to show you, okay, this is going on, but I know it's going to be well. This is going on, but I'm going to send love. This is going on, but I will not show fear. This is being shown to me on my TV screens. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to absorb it. I'm just going to send love and light at it, okay? It's a reminder. And these arches or these arcs or these like domes of light that people say, what is that? And there'll be loads of photos of them on social media. That is a reminder, and it's a physical sign to show we've got this. We're moving through it. Don't get taken in by the illusion of life and the illusion of the media and the illusion of what you're being told. Okay? You're very welcome. How long have I been doing it for? My clock stops, I don't know. Okay, I've done an hour. Bloody hell, that went quick. Okay, someone's just told me to pull my energy back. So I'm going to pull my energy back. I hope you've enjoyed this session with the precious. Let me know if any of it makes sense. You are my source, as in source of things I pick up, because I don't want to go start Googling anything or looking at anything. I will never do that. So if there's anything that makes sense that comes up in the news, please put it in the comments below and let us know. Thank you to Tracy Fry. You are on it, girl. You just literally keep sending, Nicky said this and this has happened. You are brilliant. You'll be a brilliant reporter. So I just want to thank you for joining me and having the patience to sit and let me look through it. I've really enjoyed my connection with the precious today. And, you know, if you're finding these videos nice, please subscribe, because that's what keeps me going. The more subscribers, the more I can continue to do this. So, and that's a matter of fact. Without the algorithms and the people, you know, subscribing, the channel will struggle. And I hate that, because I really don't care about followers and how many there are numbers. But unfortunately, the algorithms and semantics do. So I've said my bit, because I hate saying that as well. But I hope you've enjoyed this, my darlings. Please let me know if any of it makes sense and it's happening in the world. And I wish you love. Send love and light out. Do not allow yourself to be engulfed in the illusion of the 3D matrix. Until the next time, my darlings, stay safe, stay loved, and be love. God bless.